Namaste to everyone. In this class, we are going to discuss about the culture, the concept of culture. What is culture? So, if you can able to understand the culture thoroughly, then it is very easy to understand the introduction to anthropology. The subject matter of anthropology associated with culture closely. If you can able to follow cultural concepts and definitions and its usage, it will be easy for you to follow anthropology and to write the examinations very easily. Now let us see what are the aspects we are going to discuss in this lecture on culture. First we are going to discuss on what is culture, defining culture, the concept of culture, main features of culture, components of culture, important concepts related to culture, enculturation, acculturation, language and culture, culture and its influence on people's behavior, ethnocentrism and cultural relativism, then finally misconception about the term culture. Finally, we are going to summarize and we are going to discuss what are the questions which are expected from the unit culture. So, as it is a very lengthy subject matter and it is very difficult to complete the entire syllabus of culture within 40 minutes. So, I have divided this entire unit of lecture into three parts, three lectures. Part 1, we will be discussing about what is culture, defining culture, concept of culture, main features of culture. In the part 2, we are going to discuss about the components of culture, important concepts related to culture, enculturation and acculturation. In part 3, we are going to discuss about language and culture, culture and its influence on people's behavior, ethnocentrism and cultural relativism, and finally the misconception about the term culture. So these are the some of the units of study in culture which has been organized in three parts for delivering this lesson. I think you can able to understand and almost all these three lecture connected to one to another. So you must follow all the three lectures to understand the cultural concept. Now let us trace the origin of the word culture. It is difficult to trace the terminology, but however, we can trace the origin of the terminology from English poetry, which is pronounced by Geoffrey Chaucer, who talked about the counselor of destiny falling upon people, thereby underscoring the unpredictable nature of life. That is, he says that the invention of the coulter or a coulter, which means a blade of a plough, the invention of the plough blade is also causes a lot of impact on the nature and also the on culture of the people. So you can say it comes from the Middle East English word coulter or coulter, which means a blade of a plowshare. It was given a special meaning by the 14th century English poet Geoffrey Chaucer. I think you can able to understand the origin of the word culture. We can also find the word culture used by Shakespeare in his dramas or in his narrations about particularly on nature. He is describing about the nature, he is told about the nature. The nature itself is a culture. How culture is included in nature. Nature plays a very important role to inform us culture. The colors, the greenery, the gardens, everything is a culture. It has been developed from the nature itself. Thomas Jefferson, President of United States from 1801 to 1809, mentions about the culture and occupation. Let us see what he says. Thomas Jefferson once quipped that no occupation is so delightful to me as the culture of the earth, and no culture comparable to that of the gardens. This connection of culture to agriculture and its subsequent transformation into civility is a part of the changing social priorities of centuries. So, here he is also comparing the nature with the culture. It means, he says that the culture of the earth and no culture is comparable that of the garden. So we cannot compare the garden with the culture. He says that there are no words to compare or to describe the earth or the nature and the garden. So he compares or he tells that culture is like a nature. Nature is culture. That it encompasses all aspects of the nature. Cultural anthropologist always talks about culture and cultural impact on human societies and how culture is changing and how it is changing the human way of life. All these things cultural anthropologists discussing every time. Now let us look into the what cultural anthropologists specifically study. Here, what are the aspects of culture? What exactly is culture? When you ask the first questions to the students in our introductory cultural anthropology course, what culture means to them? Yes, I am asking you people, tell me what is culture? What do you mean by culture? How you can able to say culture? What are the aspects of the culture? Or what are the components of the culture? Can you able to say? Stop for a while about this video and think of it and tell me what is the components of the culture. It is very difficult to say what is culture because it encompasses several aspects. Our students typically or our people typically say that culture is a food. I think you think that is a food, Culture is a food. Culture is a clothing, what you are wearing. And culture is a religion. What religion you are observing, the way of performance, rituals, or we call as a religion. And the language you use is also we will be calling as a culture. And the traditions, what are the traditions? The traditions which we will be discussing at a length in the coming classes. And art is also a culture. Music and so forth. Students and scholars can be giving different type of concepts or their thinking about the culture. So, to better understanding of culture, and we can able to say that culture includes many of these observable characteristics, I think, which we have discussed. Not only these things, above all, there are so many components are incorporated in the characteristics of culture. But culture is also something deeper. That is, culture is not that much easy to understand. That means, which I have told you earlier, the culture is nature. The encompasses everything which is on the earth. So, culture is a powerful defining characteristic of human groups that shapes our perception, behavior, and relationships. That is means, culture is a very powerful subject which defines the characteristics of human groups, different characteristics of a human groups that we will be discussing at length afterwards, that shapes our perception, behavior, and relationship. The culture shapes the human societies, and also the way of life it changes. It throws light, it gives the way how human societies has to live. That is the main aspect of the culture. So now let us look into the anthropological perception of culture. Anthropologists distinguish between material culture and non-material culture. The former, that is, material culture includes technology, that is, art, forms, architecture, material, goods, equipment, which are used in a daily life, and household, agriculture, trade, and commerce, and other social activities are comes under material culture. In the non-material culture, which includes the literary and intellectual traditions, the beliefs, the myths, legends, and other forms of oral traditions. So here, which we can able to understand that anthropology distinguish between material culture, non-material culture. That is, anthropologically we can divide into two. The material culture constructs with the technology, that is, creation of a technology. From technology it originates, whatever aspects it may be. The non-material things, which is not born with the technology, it is associated with the literary and intellectual traditions, that is, beliefs, myths, legends, and other forms of oral traditions. So now it is, I think it is clear from for you what is material culture and what is non-material culture. Now let us define culture. To define culture, the more important people are Alfred Kroeber and Clyde Gluckholm. Both of them are belong to 1952 to 1963. Anthropologists, they have worked extensively on American universities. Both of them are tried to establish or give a definition to word culture. They have undertaken a review of all the diverse meanings of culture in the available literature and what they understood as its conceptual relative civilization. They found more than 164 separate definitions of what the word culture, ranging from learned behavior to ideas in the mind, a logical construct, a statistical fiction, a physics defense mechanism, and so on, etc., and ideas on the mind. So it became significant in society only as expressed in language, acts, and objects. So they have identified more than 164 definitions all over the world, and which expresses almost all the aspects of human life. So it became very difficult for them to define anthropology. So they have sat together and finalized one definition which is widely accepted even today. That is, Edward Tyler, an anthropologist, defined culture as that complex whole which includes knowledge, beliefs, art, law, moral, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of the society. That is the definition which has given by the Tyler, and it has been accepted by almost all anthropologists and sociologists and social scientists. This is a popular definition. You must by heart this definition. It is widely used definition. If we look into each aspect of these components in this definition, you can able to follow easily about the concept of culture. Now let us look into the in-depth analysis of the definition, the word culture. If we look the definition closely, the word culture is a complex whole. That means it itself is associated with a number of units of study, which includes knowledge, that is, the knowledge which you have acquired and you are using it for various purposes, knowledge and belief. The belief system you are day to day you are observing, and art. See, everything what you are doing every day, every aspect is comes under the act. And law, that is, in a society you will be working or functioning in a systematic way according to the society's norms. Then morals is very important. The customs and traditions in a society we have to observe. Then, and any other capabilities, any capability which you can able to acquire as a member of the society is very important. Here the phrase acquired by man as a member of the society in his definition is very important. It is not any habit or capability of man as a biological being, but man as a member of a social group has acquired this as a member of the society. That comes under culture. The definition focuses on beliefs and behavior that people acquire not through biological heredity but by growing up in a particular society and social group where they are exposed to a specific cultural tradition. It is through the socialization process that a person acquires a cultural knowledge. In anthropology, this process is called acculturation. Here in this definition, we can able to understand that genetical inheritance is not considered to be a culture. It has been developed. Genetical inheritance is an inbuilt character, inbuilt culture. And as a member of the society, you will be learning. Consciously, unconsciously, you will be learning many things that we call as enculturation. Enculturation is the process where you will be learning about your society, your community, and your way of life. That he calls as a culture. Is a learned behavior, is a learned thing. Culture is a learned one, whether it may be enculturation or acculturation process. So now we can say the culture is that it encompasses all intangible qualities that make people who they are. Culture is the air we breathe. It sustains and comprises us. Yet we largely take it for granted. We are not always consciously aware of our own cultures. So Many of of us are not aware of our own culture. I am sure how our culture is, how our marriage functions, what are the traditional gods, family gods, your folklore and folk culture, origin of your community, how it is. Many of them are we are not aware at all. Yes, what is your clan? What is your gotra? All these things, if you can able to tell, then you can. It is you will be aware of your own culture. So many of us we are not aware of our own culture. So largely, if you look, that one has to understand their own culture. That means culture plays a very important role to mold you in the society as a real human being. You can able to adjust in the society. You can able to coexist within the society. It is not only in the society, in the village, in the city, or in the society, or in the working places, or an institution, or an industry, or with a friend circle. So understanding a culture is very important for you. That is, wherever you are living, whether you are living with a community or living within your family or within the industry or an institution, if you can able to know more about your own institution, the people working there, the way of life, the culture over there, and hierarchy in that institution, how you have to function, it is easy for you to coexist. So the culture of that institution understanding is very necessary. In this, culture plays a very important role, that finally you can say that culture is the air we breathe. That means in everything culture incorporates. It sustains and compares us, yet we largely take it for granted. We are not always consciously aware of our own culture. It is very important to know about our own culture. Another definition on the culture is by Leslie White. Leslie White defines culture is a symbolic culture and progressive process. So here is a symbolism. The culture represents a symbolism. Leslie White introducing evolution in a way that had a profound impact on our understanding of the relationship between technology, ecology, and culture in the development of civilizations. A materialist, he was particularly concerned with the society's ability to harness energy as an indicator of progress, and his empirical analysis of this equation covers a vast historical span. Robert Redfield, an important anthropologist, defines culture as an organized body of conventional understanding of manifested which persisting through tradition characterize a human group. It is an important definition. Let us look and analyze this definition. Redfield in 1955 analyzed the social change in the Mexican communities with the help of the concept of little and great traditions. McNamara and Milton Singer studied social change in India with this conceptual framework. The little traditions are indigenous customs, deities, and rites found at the folks or presence level. They persist at the level of the village community and their growth is internal. Whereas the great tradition are those traditions that grow because of the outside contact and are found at the elite level. The process of moving elements of little traditions upward to the level of great tradition is called universalization by McNamara. The process of moving of elements of great tradition downward to become part of the little tradition is called paraclization. Thus, these concepts of universalization and paraclization also describe the process of culture and cultural change. For a better understanding of culture, we can define the culture as set of beliefs, practices and symbols that are learned and shared together. They form a well encompassing, integrated whole that binds people together and shapes their world views and life ways. Here, we can say culture is a set of beliefs. It is not one belief. It is a set of beliefs. There may be any number of beliefs about many things. That what is your origin? If you are about your caste, how you have born. Some people say I am born from Surya Vamsha, from sun. Some people say I have born from Naga, that is cobra, is our family god. Then some people say it is a Munishwara, that is from origin from Ishwar has created them. Some people, Vanikula Kshatriya of Tamil Nadu, they say they born from a fire pot, that is Agni. So like this, they have their own beliefs, belief system. So all these beliefs, not only one, they have their own perception about their community. So all these type of beliefs, and also beliefs on supernaturalism, beliefs on gods, beliefs on way of worship, beliefs on different totemic objectives. So the totem plays an important role. Almost all the primitive societies or aboriginal population all over the world. So the belief system is and how you practice the religion, the way of life, the daily life, and also how you are practicing your rituals, all are plays a very important role. And also the symbols. Symbols is a very important aspect of study of anthropology. Symbolism is reflects about your way of thinking and way of behavior, and we will be discussing separately on symbolic anthropology that are learned and shared. All these things, beliefs, practices, symbols that are learned, we will be learning from others and also from the family members, and it will be shared among all of us. Together they form all encompassing integrated whole that binds people together and shapes their worldview and life ways. Here it is understood that the beliefs, the practices and symbols that have been learned by you, which all together shapes and molds your way of life, that is culture. From this definition, I wanted to make it clear to you. The belief refers not just to what you believe to be right or wrong, true or false. Belief also refers to all the mental aspects of culture, including values, norms, philosophies, worldviews, knowledge, and so forth. And practices refers to behavioral and actions that may be motivated by belief or performance without reflections as a part of everyday routine life. So, the definition of culture, which is shared, learned belief, practices, and symbols, allows us to understand that people everywhere, thinkers and actors, shaped by their social context, as we will see throughout the lecture series. These contexts are incredibly diverse, comprising the human cultural diversity that draw many of us to become anthropologists in the first place. Raymond Williams analyzed the culture in three general categories in his definition of culture. The first is the ideal, in which culture is a state or process of human perfection in terms of certain absolute or universal values. Then the second, there is the documentary in which culture is the body of intellectual and imaginative work in which in a detailed way human thought and experience are variously recorded. Third is the social definition of culture, in which culture is description of a particular way of life, which expresses certain meanings and values not only in art and learning but also in institution and ordinary behavior. If you analyze the term culture, if such a definition is accepted, is essentially the discovery and description in lives and works of those values which can be seen compose a timeless order or to have a permanent reference to the universal human conditions. Then the analysis of culture from which such a definition is the activity of criticism by which the nature of thought and experience the details of the language from the convention in which these are active or described and valued. The analysis of culture, further we can say, from such a definition is the clarification of the meanings and values implicit and explicit in a particular way of life or a particular culture. The term culture is not used with the consistent meaning, it is used with various meanings in common sense. It makes the backbone of social and cultural anthropology and also sociology and other related disciplines such as cultural geography, social psychology, etc. As a scientific term, culture refers to all the features of society's way of life. For example, production, modes of dress, routine living, habits, food references or food preferences, the architecture of a house and public buildings, the layout of fields and farms, and system of education, government, law, etc. All these aspects comes under culture. For example, the production of food, agriculture production, industrial production, all these comes under this one. Then different type of dresses you will be selecting and you will be using, and routine living habits, daily habits from morning to evening, how you will be spending your time and what way you are spending the time is also plays a very important role. And every day you will be preferring different kind of food preparations, different dishes, and the architecture of the houses which is an important one. Nowadays everyone wanted to have their unique way of architect for their houses. So architect also plays an important role of culture. It depicts how you are and how rich you are and what your social status in that community. And public buildings, construction of the buildings by the government and different public sectors and private sectors, and the layouts. Presently the real estate people doing their layouts in different ways, different sizes according to the need of the people. And agriculture farms, nowadays the agriculture sectors playing an important role after green revolution. The way of doing agriculture, the formation, the farm are changing at a faster rate. And the system of education, we can see there is a tremendous of education system has changed over a period of time. If you look into Indian education system itself, after 70 years of independence, we are living in a different world of education system. What we were 70 years before is different. Now it is different. And the functioning of the government. What way? What are the communist countries and democratic countries? How it is transforming, and how government is functioning. All and the functioning of the law. How it is law functioning from native law to state law. All these things comes under the culture. That is, culture encompasses everything that we have told in the beginning just now, that culture what we breathe. Now I wanted to speak about the difference between culture and society briefly for a better understanding. Otherwise, students will be confusing what is society and what is culture. How we can able to differentiate which is the culture. For the beginning, students, it may be often difficult to differentiate between culture and society. Culture and society, how it differs from each other. They may be wonder how they can distinguish between the two, as the social, cultural, anthropological approach to the concept of culture is very broad and all inclusive. It is also emphasized that culture includes all things beyond nature and biology. This may imply that culture includes society itself. It is easy to understand that culture includes society itself. So it is very difficult to differentiate between culture and society. It is the two sides of the coin, that culture and society goes together only. For a better understanding, I want to put the definition put forwarded by Stockyard in this reference. He defines society generally refers to the social world with all its structures, institutions, organizations, etc. around us, and specifically to a group of people who live with some type of bonded territory and who shares common way of life. Whereas the culture is the common way of life shared by a group of people is termed as culture. So he defines meaningfully, and it is a well accepted definition of Stockard. The culture concept is an all encompassing term that identifies not only the whole tangible lifestyles of people but also the prevailing values and beliefs. In short, among the many definitions of culture, anthropologists have emphasized the learning or acquisition of social habits, capabilities, beliefs, techniques, lifestyles, etc., that exists in a particular society or a group. Anthropologists have focused on the symbolic dimensions of culture when defining it. So, anthropology identifies the culture in a symbolic way also, which has been acquired by man as a member of the society, that are capabilities, habits, beliefs, techniques, lifestyle. Here, every day, the culture is changing at a faster rate. It is not static, it is changing at a faster rate. The lifestyles are changing, the technology is changing, the belief system is changing, and it is influenced by various factors. So, all these things, all these dimensions of culture can be defined symbolically also. So, culture, we mean that it encompasses all aspects of life. It is the air we breathe, and it is the nature. That culture exists within the nature. Nature is the culture. So, with this, we will stop this class. In the next class, we will be discussing on the aspects of the elements of culture and main features of culture in the second class. Thank you for hearing this first part of concept of culture.